How's it going, guys? ViciousCabDriver here, and today's video is going to be all about Cyberpunk 2077 and all the cool features this game's going to have. From cars to guns, not really cars, I'm not going to cover that because cars are cars. Guns mostly, story stuff, Keanu Reeves, and all the cool shit this game's going to have. Well, probably not all the shit, this game has so much stuff coming up that making this list was going to be hard. So this isn't actually even going to be a list, it's going to be a bunch of random shit in a random order. Intro never gets old. But anyway, story details. You're going to be playing as V. Your character's name will be V. A mercenary. You do a mission. It goes sideways. You have to install some chip in your head. I'm being very vague here, but that's the point. I don't want to give spoilers. I didn't even want to be spoiled about this game, but there's so much stuff about it on the internet that is hard to avoid spoilers, and you clicked on this video, so obviously you don't care too much about details about the game coming up. This is not really story spoilers, but I personally don't normally like to know too much about a game. But anyway, I know it now, so I'm going to make a video about it. As I was saying, there's a chip in your head, and somehow that chip has Keanu Reeves, John Wick, Nero, Bill from Bill and Ted, or Ted from Bill and Ted. Anyway, Keanu Reeves is in your head because of a chip. Choices you make are going to have a lot of weight. Apparently you can finish the game without finishing the story. I don't know what that means, but I did read that this morning, and I don't understand, but I don't have to understand. I guess maybe there's a lot of side quests, and maybe your character's arc doesn't necessarily coincide with the... you know what, I'm not even going to try and make sense of it. Just you can read up about it, correct me in the comments if you're going to bother, but I didn't read too deep into it. I just read that, I was like, what? That's cool. So anyway, the game's going to be very much the way you play is what matters. Gameplay, there's going to be leveling up like a normal RPG. With leveling up, you get access to new weapons, cybernetics, clothes, cars, the lot, and all that. Cyber enhancements are obviously going to be a big feature in the game. No other game has something where you can put a chainsaw in your arm, but more on that later. I think there's something like 70 plus vehicles in the game, which is pretty good. I'm not sure if that's actually a lot. It's things that I can't really think of 70 vehicles off the top of my head, so it's a lot. I'm not sure if it's a lot compared to other games though, but what the fuck do I know? Clothing is obviously going to be a big factor. Different jackets have different stats. You're not going to be coming in with a super armored jacket. You're just going to be coming in with a cool bedazzled jacket that's going to plus street cred and something, which I don't know what street cred does. Oh, and you can also ride a roller coaster, that's pretty dope. But I'm not sure if that's a story mission or not, but that's the thing. And next thing on this weird list I'm making is life paths, which is basically going to be, to my understanding, that is how your story begins and how your character interacts with the rest of the world. First off, I'm going to be very abridged with all this. Street kid, which is basically you're poor, kind of ghetto, grew up in the city, you're surrounded by gangs and stuff. I'm not sure if this changes your character's voice or stuff, but I know it does change certain options in the game, for example how you start, what weapons you have access to early on, what car you have access to, what companions you can have in the beginning or something. But anyway, there's that. Then there's the nomad, which is you live in the desert, I guess, in small groups. You're kind of a farmer. You're not Amish. Don't get it confused. You're not an Amish person. You're just a little southern boy in the forest, or the desert. There's no forest anymore. This is the future. Fuck forests. You're an outcast. So when you go to Night City, you are considered an outsider, which is a pretty cool dynamic. You like freedom. They said that twice in the trailer. And then there's Corpo. You wear a suit. You work for an evil future Facebook, some evil corporation vibes, high class stuff. Next is the guns and weapons. There's a lot. There's tech weapons, which looks to me like hardcore attachments, just cool sights. I don't really understand it. Maybe cool high armor piercing magazines, shit like that. Power weapons, which is just shotguns, it seems. Smart weapons, which is just, Jesus Christ, look at that. That bullet tracks the person, what the hell? So that's going to be really OP and fun to play with. Then there's melee, which is just swords, but future swords and stuff. And cyberware, which is everyone in a machete instead of a forearm. Say no more, fam. And there's going to be a lot more, but I'm trying to keep this video sort of short. Anyway, I didn't have an outro, but cheers guys, big ups.